Hey everybody, I just want to let you all know that this video that you're about to see after this introduction was recorded on either December the 7th or December the 8th. So it was about almost 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I'm letting you know now is because when you listen to it, you're going to listen to me talk about things. And you're like, well, why is she saying that? That's out of date. And the reason why this happened way before Andrew Tate was arrested. So just keep that in mind when you're listening to this. I've been trying to get this out for a course for the past 2 weeks, and I decided that I'm going to power through it. And as I'm listening to it and editing the video, I realized, okay, people are going to want to like, why is she saying that now? And so I just want to let you know that I had promised myself before I do any more content that I had to finish editing this video. So without further ado, enjoy my replies to the red pill men in my comments section in reference to his date with I forgot her name, but anyway, with Myron Games and Cian, that's her name, with Myron Games and Cian. Enjoy. What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to my channel, Just Tree 411. So I'm going to monetize my haters. I am going to do a response video to the student. Guys, these comments, I swear. The thing about it is I'm not really active on this channel, but I think I'm going to start being active because I like the reaction I'm getting and I'm making money from it. So I'm like, well, shoot, let me keep making that money. Let me monetize my haters and let them continue putting money in my pocket. All right. So, but I also want this to be a teaching tool to you all that these are libtard men. These are unhinged men. These are angry men from the red pill community. If you have a woman, if you have all these things, you wouldn't be in my comments section talking about you women are going like the copium in the comments section is amazing. So I'm going to go over some of the comments and we're going to I'm just going to show you how these guys are just straight up losers and you cannot take what they're saying seriously. And this is why I say they say one thing, they do another. And they got really upset at my YouTube short when I was saying, look at all these men talking all this crap. They say they want this type of woman, but they end up, they say they want a TradCon woman, but they end up getting a woman off the pole. And you know what? That's a little unfair because it's not like they have to get a woman off the pole because TradCon women don't want them. We don't want them. These are not the type of men that we go for. So they have to go for liberal women, loose women, women who are on the pole, who are on the streets. These are the only women that they can have. And this is the type of women that make them money when they come on their shows. So these guys don't put traditional women on their shows because there aren't any that will come on there. So let me go with, let's start from some comments that I thought was very educational. This one is from Jazzy J. Myron hates himself, and I think a lot of his fans hate themselves too. Facts. Absolute facts. This is what you could tell they hate themselves just by what they say to others, right? And just what they say to women in general. He has attained all the financial success he wants, but he can barely even give this woman eye contact throughout the interaction. He tries very hard to come off like he has game, but if he actually did, there would be receipts of the women he has bagged. Exactly. That's what I said. Show the work. Show your work. Show your work. All these guys, some of them, oh man, I was making nothing but like $50 a week, but when I got to Myron, I'm a millionaire. Oh, come on, dude. You don't even have a picture in your avatar. You don't have no way of proving that. When I go to your YouTube channel, there's nothing there. You're just lying. You're just living in your fantasy. If you don't show the work, everything you say to me is just a lie. And as soon as I hear you talking about what you have and you don't show the work, I know you're a liar. You're just basically living in your fantasy world and you sucking on copium straight up. Okay. But if he actually did, there would be receipts of the women he has bagged. Regardless, he's one of the biggest drivers of the red pill circle jerk that has left a bunch of young boys misguided on women, relationships, and dating. This is also facts. I hear a lot of things that are being told by these pickup artists and well as these red pill guys. And I'm like, they're delusional. Like, These are not something that a traditional woman or a submissive woman is going to go for. And the things that they say will go for low esteem women that are on the left, that will wear these type of clothes, that will have OnlyFans, and you're going to have to pay money out of it. You know what I'm saying? You're traditional women, conservative women, and I got to tell these clowns, I am not on the left. I am a married right winger, and we don't want you. We never wanted you guys. And yet still you guys are chimping out in my comments section every time. And then it says, as you said numerous times, they don't show the work. Yeah, they don't show the work because they can't. That's the problem. Note if a man wears skinny jeans, especially if he is skinny gay, he most likely a baddie for this men's team. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. This one right here. This was a good one. I never could pronounce his name, but I wanted to go into more details, more for women. This answer is more for women than for men, more for traditional women than for men. So QNT says, so Tree, do you think the 3-date rule is a good guide, or is that too brash, maybe too fast? And I want you guys to understand, this is where a lot of the red pill community talk to liberal men. And I've heard this 3-date rule before, and it's just, I've actually done a video about that, where 3-date rule does not apply to traditional women, to traditional conservative women. We don't do no 3-date rule, but this does apply to liberal women. And so I don't want people to confuse the two. I am a right winger. Okay, I don't do what liberal women do. And red pill men, I'm never in their radar. When I was single, I was never in their radar because I was on another frequency than them. And so I said, speaking as a TradCon woman, I never abided by a 3-day rule. Even when I was, I guess you can say, when I was apolitical. Okay, so I wasn't a right winger all my life. Even when I was apolitical, I never abide by the 3-date rule. It was like, if this guy was somebody I was interested in having a long-term relationship, I kept my legs closed. Okay. And if he kept pestering me, and that was a telltale sign for me. If he kept pestering me, if he tried to guilt trip me, I would get rid of him. And also, I want to say, like, in my college years was probably when I was wild, but I wasn't a wild person, like having one night stands and all this other stuff. It was like, it was so many choices for me in reference to men, that if a man did something I did not like, he was replaceable like the next day, maybe even the next hour. I'll be, he taking me out to eat with, an hour later. You know what I'm saying? College years is where you make your mistakes. College years is when you start growing. And I learned a lot during my college years, but I also learned a lot from my father and watching how he dealt with, even though he was married. Y'all know about my dad. I learned what type of woman not to be by looking at the type of women that were going for my dad and the type of women that my dad was going after. And I always noticed that my dad fell in love with the women who were unattainable, the type of women who were like, nah, I'm not opening my legs for you. Men like to chase. They do, ladies. And I don't know how many times I can't continue telling you this. They like to chase. If you don't give them a chase, they'll lose interest if they are red pill men. But if they are traditional, if they really like you and they know that you're the one, they'll wait. I've never seen this not work, and I've never been proven wrong. Okay. So I said, speaking as a TradCon woman, I never abide by the 3-date rule. I didn't have sex until midway into my engagement, and those are facts. And what happened when me and my husband were dating, I told him straight up what I was looking for. And I told him, I said, now I'm not coming into your home. And this is also what you have to do, ladies. You have to lay some ground rules. So I told him, I'm never coming to your home. If you are going away on vacation and you want to take me with you, I'm getting my own hotel room. I'm never coming to your hotel room. You're never coming to mine. So let's get that clear. We'll meet each other in the lobby. That's that. And he thought I was playing, and when it came down to it, I stuck to my guns, and that really impressed him to where he was like, okay, this is the one, because he walked me to my room when we had a nice day out, and we, making out in front, and then I was like, okay, good night, and he was like, he said, can I just make sure that nobody's in your room? I said, oh, I'm okay. And he didn't know that's another thing that he loved, that I was carrying, I'm packing, like, I had my concealed carry on me the entire time, right? So he didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was kind of funny that I said, oh, I'm okay. I got my girl with me, and I moved my blazer to the side, and there it was. So he saw that. So yeah, and once he proposed and he put a ring on it, it was about, I would have to say, 4 to 5 months before we got married, that we began to have sex and to share each other and make love and just have a good time. And that was awesome. And then we stopped because it started getting a little addicting, because I was like, no, we have to stop. And then we just waited until we got married to continue that type of activity. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Let's see. This man is insecure and closeted. Yes, he is. Now here we go. Okay, so this is of course we have the darkness. The darkness is always on here, okay? And I just laugh when I see the darkness. The tribalism with these men is mind blowing. And I hate tribalism. It's like when these men see you, and they see you're black and they see you got natural hair, they automatically think, oh, I can talk to her. No, you can't. You can't. You're out of your league. I don't deal with you. All right. And when I was single, I never dealt with these type of men. So here he goes. Brother Darren. He's a millionaire, and he said he's going to relocate to the Middle East and stay there. By the way, he was respectful. If you're disrespectful, you will get blocked. I just want you guys to understand it. If you're disrespectful, you will be blocked. If you are respectful in your tone, I won't block you. So this is the reason why his comment is still here, because I didn't block him, because he came respectful. He says he's a millionaire, and he says he's going to relocate to the Middle East and stay there. And I said, and get a Muslim wife. Yes, I heard the lie he keeps telling his audience. It will not happen. It's all talk. The chances of him going to the Middle East and stay there is about the same chances of you going to Nigeria and staying there. Once you ninjas get Americanized, there's no way you're going to the Middle East or Africa to live, and these are facts. I don't care how many times Myron keeps saying, I'm going to go to the Middle. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. When you are Americanized, you understand that the type of women that he has customized himself to, these type of women that he likes to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, gay men have sex with women too, okay? So I'm going to say that these are the type of women he's used to. You cannot go from, and also, one more thing too, the type of activities, the sexual activities he have with these type of women are not the type of things he's going to have, the type of sex he's going to have with the women from the Middle East. This is just not. These women are going to be virgins, and they're going to be very inexperienced, and they're not going to want to do that with him. And he's going to be miserable, but then again, he can always relieve himself with other men. So that's why I said it's not going to happen. He's not going to go there and live. He's going to be here 10 years from now. And if he make it past 55, which just seems to be the cutoff date for these angry red pill men, if he's still not married, then there's that. Also understand, men, and I did a video on this, when you reach 35, the higher your chance of you actually having a successful, birth rate is beginning to decline, and also some problems with your swimmers start to slow down. Okay, so, let me open this up for him more. So this is what he says. Just Tree 411. Have you ever been to the UAE or Saudi Arabia? Spell Saudi wrong. Have you been to Dubai? They're better and safer than most cities in the U.S. I'm not comparing Myron to Andrew, but if the Tates can do it, why can't he? They're American and British citizens, yet they alternate between Romania and Dubai as their residents. What you mean you mean Tate? Stop confusing Myron with Tate. I didn't even recognize this when I read it. Anyway, Myron actually has family ties to those countries. That's why I think it's probable. It doesn't take that much money to live a comfortable life outside of the United States. Holy smokes. Dude, it takes a lot of money to live in Dubai and the UAE. Sure, Romania, you could be a thousandaire and live a comfortable life in Romania, but not Dubai and not the UAE. And this is what I'm talking about. They like to conflate things together, and it's just it's just a method of coping. All right, it doesn't take that much money to leave. I think he meant to say live a comfortable life outside of the United States. You're not heard of a thing called passport bros, have you? Yes, I've heard of passport bros, and once again, I don't see no evidence of these men getting these women for free. Like, seriously, I know about the passport bros, but yet and still when I look at them and there's only one guy, and actually he's part of the black pill community, there's only one guy who showed his work. Only one. He's living somewhere in the South America country, and he's showing his work. He's showing the women that he has this one consistent woman, and she speaks both Spanish, or is it Portuguese? I can't tell, but she also speaks English, and she's constantly in his videos. And when she talks, I could tell she's telling the truth. She talks about how she's with him and everything, like how they also pick up other women. He showed the work. A lot of these passport bros, they don't even really show proof that they're in another country. So this is just this fantasy. They're no different than these women on Instagram, basically renting a car or renting going to a place, or actually I found out that there is a place you can rent that has a model, like you're on a private jet, but it's really nothing but a stage that has the interior of a private jet. And they take photos there, and they get fake designer bags, and then they just basically fake it. They're not in the Caribbean. They're not living that $1 million life. And just like the men rent these cars and say, oh, this is my car, and they park in front of a abandoned or a mansion that's for sale, or they rent a mansion that's on Airbnb. A lot of these people fake it, and I don't believe any of it until they show the work, until they show the receipts. And that's what it is with these passport bros. They are behind an avatar, and they're like, yeah, I'm over here in Costa Rica. Yeah, I'm over here in the Dominican Republic. And yeah, I got all these girls. You're just talking. There's no way to prove what you're doing. And if you don't show the work, you're just another voice. I don't care. And a lot of these men can't even afford to leave their own state, let alone to live in another country. Okay. So this said the passport bros have you. Men are relocating at an alarming rate to other countries to find wives. That's not true. You can't prove that. Show me. Listen, guys, if you're going to say these things, I'm going to need you to show me some evidence. Show the work. Stop lying at an alarming rate. Most of you guys are still living with your parents. How are you going to go to another country and you're still living with your parents? Make that make sense. I don't see this alarming rate. You have no evidence for that. You're not heard of a thing. Oh, I read that part. Men are relocating. Okay. With the Tory Lanez verdict that just came out, it's only going to get worse. Oh man, he does not know how to type. He does not. How can I believe you when you don't even know how to spell, dude? Come on, boo boo. Come on. Proofread your work. With the Tory Lanez verdict that just came out, it's only going to get worse because men are no longer seeing relationships in the West as an option. I'm not saying, wait a minute, hold on, let's talk about the Tory Lanez. You want to compare yourself to a felon? Oh, of course you want to compare yourself to a felon. Your name is Brother Darren. You're a didn't do. Of course a didn't do is going to compare himself to another didn't do. How about this? If you're a black man, can you please compare yourself to another black man who's not a felon, who don't have baby mamas? Okay, who doesn't have a bunch of kids all over the state or all over the nation? Please show me an educated, well-mannered, respectable businessman who's either married or even if he's living a single life, he ain't got a bunch of bastard kids all over the world. Why? And he has never went to jail. Now you guys always keep telling me, and I'm talking about you guys, let me be specific. You didn't dudes keep telling me that black men, for the most part, never went to jail. Yeah, and still you're comparing yourself to a man who went to jail. I'm not even talking about the whole case with Meg the Stallion. I'm not even talking about that case. Yes, he was found guilty, but I'm talking about before he was found guilty, he had a gun with him. He is a felon. He came out of Canada. I'm like, how is this your model? Oh, that's right. Because you didn't do's, plural, always seek men who are at your level. Tory Lanez is a didn't do. He's a felon, a convicted felon. And now he's going to be spending over 20 years in federal pen. So, yeah, I don't care about that verdict. Also, please understand I'm a right-winger. I have nothing to do with the black community. I'm not part of the black community. Why do you people keep coming? And when I mean you people, I mean you Tyrones, Pookies, and Ray Rays, okay? Why do you guys come to a right-winger's channel and tell me about the black community? I don't care, dude. I'm not part of that, okay? All right. Let's see. Relocating, no longer seeking relationships, West, and also the black community is just done. The black community is done. It's a matriarchy. A lot of you men are being raised without a father. I don't care about your problems. Stop bringing it to my world. My world don't have that. I have divorced from the black community back in the mid to late 90s. I have nothing to do with you guys. That's your problem. You guys have a very high AIDS epidemic going on. You have a high STD thing going on. As a matter of fact, isn't there a song by Meg the Stallion? And I think it had a guy in there wearing a wig. You guys are bragging about having raw sex. And they want to know why the top person, if you want to know who has the biggest cases of AIDS and STDs, it's black men. They don't even put anything on themselves, and they have sex just with anybody raw. And this is what happens to them. They get all these diseases. All right. I'm not saying most women are bad, but the image of the westernized Western women isn't one of peace. Thanks to feminists and feminism, the marriage rates are in the toilet in the West because men aren't seeing any benefits in getting married. Liberal men, and that's another thing I need you guys to stop doing. This goes to all of you guys, regardless of your race. I need to tell you, red pill men, that you're on a channel of right-wingers. Right-wing women are married. Right-wing women are happy. And you guys need to stop conflating us. You keep putting us in the same category as the liberal women. Yes, a lot of liberal women are unmarried. A lot of liberal women have fell for feminism. A lot of liberal women and left-leaning women are not in their right mind, and they are not under peace, and they are not getting married, and they are not miserable. We are not part of them. This is an exclusive club, and you're not invited. And we don't allow those women into our club either. When are you guys going to get it? I'm not arguing with you about the low marriage rate with liberal women, but that doesn't apply to right-wing women and conservative women. That doesn't apply to us. We are happily married. We have our own thing. We have our families. We are doing good. And we're only talking to a small percentage of our own, not you guys. You guys came over here to my channel, to a right-winger's channel, to sit up here and tell me about liberal women. I don't care about liberal women. I don't care about the black community. I don't care about you. But I will say this about brother Darren. Even though you didn't do, because look who you look up to, Tory Lanez. You are what you attract, and if I can tell a lot about a person by who's their mentor and who they look up to, and therefore I really think low of you when you want to mention this guy to me. But I do respect the fact, I do like the fact that you are being respectful, and therefore, that's why you're still here. So this is what I say. Yes, I visited Dubai, and Myron doesn't have Dubai or Saudi money, so stop the cap. These are facts, okay? See, Andrew Tate, not a fan of Andrew Tate, but Tate has Dubai money. Tate has Saudi money. Tate has that type of money. That's why he goes over there a lot, because he does have a place over there a lot, but he spends most of his time in Romania. Tate spends over 90% of his time in Romania and the UK, not Dubai. These are also facts. Tate, and the reason why, let me tell you why. Because he can get away with a lot of stuff in Romania. He has more connections to the mafia in Romania. He's able to do a lot of things and be with a lot of loose women in Romania, not Dubai. You can't even kiss in public in Dubai. That's against the law. They have strict laws in Dubai. They have strict laws in Saudi. It's not like Romania. It's an Islamic country, and they have a lot of strict laws, and the women have to, in Saudi specifically, the women can't wear what they wear in Romania, what they can wear in, they can't wear in Dubai or Saudi what they can wear in Romania. So stop the cap, okay? All right. Tate is not Americanized, but Myron is. And if you looked at my initial reply, I said, once a man gets Americanized, you guys are never going to live in the Middle East, or you're going to live in Africa. And I was talking about Myron, and what you kept doing was conflating Tate with Myron. All right. Tate is not Americanized. Remember, his mama left his daddy, okay, who wasn't nothing. All his daddy was doing was living out of his car and playing chess. All right. And this is coming from Tate's mouth. So his mama took him and brought him over to the UK. So he grew up in the UK. He's not Americanized. Myron is Americanized, was born and raised here in America. He's down there in Miami, so he has a certain type of lifestyle that he's used to, type of men that he's used to, and a type of women that he's used to. If he gets caught doing something on a DL with men, and he get caught in Saudi and Dubai, they're going to get him. He's going to go to jail. Okay. Let's see. Tate is not Americanized, but Myron is. How did you miss that? And finally, everything else you said is just trash. Myron doesn't have a home in Saudi or Dubai and hardly visits those countries. But silly black men like you believe what these con artists tell you because you lack male guidance while growing up. This is not an ad hominem. This is just facts. If you had a good father, which a lot of you all who watch Myron and Fresh CEO, you guys are looking to them as a replaceable father because you never had one. Men who had fathers in their lives, men who had a good father in their lives, or a good guardian in their lives, or a good role model, male role model in their lives, they don't look to listen to Myron or Fresh CEO. They don't look to listen to them because they already had their daddies. A lot of you all used, before he passed away, you used Kevin Samuels as your internet daddy, and now you done switched to Myron and Fresh CEO. And it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Your mama chose this life for you. You're not going to respect your mom, hence why you don't have respect for women. And I can always tell you guys, you are just like your mothers. You make bad decisions. You don't take accountability, and therefore you make the same mistakes. It's like victims given birth to other victims, and you're passing on the ratchetness. You're passing on the mess. You're just passing on the crap that your mom has dealt with. So you're not really good at choosing a mate, because if you did, you would have had a good dad in your life, and you wouldn't look to somebody like Myron to guide you. Let's see. But silly black men like you believe what these con artists tell you because you lack male guidance while growing up. You believe in words instead of looking at someone's actions. This is the prime reason why you losers always marry and impregnate crazy women who destroy you. These are also facts. I have not been wrong about any of these men I criticize, and Myron is one of them. Stay mad. True. Everybody I say, hey, he's gay. And I don't, guess what? I said Sneako's not gay. I know everybody want to call him gay because of some pictures that came online, but no, he's not gay. Maybe bi, but he's definitely not gay. And Fresh CEO is definitely not gay. So y'all act like we call everybody gay. No. As somebody like myself who grew up around gay men all my life, I know a gay man when I see one, just like I was right about Jack Murphy. Everybody was telling me when I first said Jack Murphy was gay, people was talking about, no, he's very masculine. Look at his beard. I mean, he's just a cuck, but that doesn't mean and then it came out and I was like, I told you so. I'm right about Myron, baby. All right. By the way, if you had a woman or a string of hoes in your life, you would be up on them instead of simping for Myron. More proof that what he teaches you losers doesn't work. These are facts. You guys, all in my comment section, I can tell you don't have a woman. Cause or women, you would be busy with them, not on my channel making me money. Okay, let's move on to something else. Here's another one. Oh, this is a good one right here. This just happened, by the way. This just happened. So another didn't do. South side of Hawthorne. Myron Goat. Okay. Men are waking up and the women are getting more single by the second. 45% by 2030.
I'm soaking on this copia. Yeah, 45% by 2030.
Myron is puke, and women will out-earn men 3-1 by 2030. And I'm talking about liberal women. Please understand the statistics I'm giving you guys, I'm giving in reference to women, because this right here does not apply. First of all, you can't prove this. All right. You cannot prove. You guys come up with all these statistics and you don't even provide the receipts. You don't give me a link or nothing to where you get these receipts from. And that's because you lie a lot. All right. So I actually don't believe this. However, let's say you're right. This doesn't apply to right wing and conservative women. We are traditional. We believe in marriage. We don't believe in divorce. And we do not believe in opening our legs. All right. Unless there's a ring on it. And even then, some women wait till they get married. That is something that is not under your conditions. So therefore we would never deal with men like you. You understand the reason why all the conservative women and all the right-wing women who are married, we were not in your radar. And when you did come to us, we turned you down and we turned our backs on you. We're like, ew, I don't deal with no daggone. I remember a red pill guy a while ago. He contacted me. And talking to him on the phone, the first thing I asked him was, how did he feel about marriage? And oh boy, when he was like, first of all, it's just a piece of paper. And all of a sudden, and when he was talking about how, we can just live together, I'm like, what? And I was like, dude, nah, me and you ain't never going to meet. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, vet. These guys are terrible liars, and most of them will tell you the truth. And if they lie to you and say, oh, I believe in marriage, then guess what? Hold them to their word and see if that's the case. They will lose interest within a month. within a month. Keep hanging out with them. Refuse to meet with them in a private area like a hotel room. And by the way, you should never go to a hotel room unless I've always said this ever since I've been online. I've been saying this for like over 20 years. Never go to a man's hotel room unless you about to, do. All right. Never. Just don't do that. And I don't like this Netflix and chill. I've never done that either. So a lot of you ladies should also keep that in mind. Don't do no Netflix and chill. If a guy calls you and say, come on over, he wants sex. So say, we can go to the movies. Don't invite him over to your home unless there's a bunch of people over there. If there's a bunch of people over there or you have your family over there, then yeah, sure. But being with him alone, just say no. All right. Okay. So I said Myron is puke and women will out-earn men 3-1 by 2030. And this is just true. See, here's the deal, men. Women will make the money and then they will have a surrogate have the babies. Now, and I'm talking about liberal women. I'm not talking about conservative TradCon women. I'm not talking about right-wing women. We are married. We have our family. Keep us out of the equation when you talk about women. We're not in your equation. We're not in your survey. We're not in your percentile group. We're not in your talking points either. You're talking about liberal women. And what I've noticed with liberal women is that they're getting surrogates. If they can't find a man or a simp to be there, to be their husbands, and they can get pregnant by them and they can help raise the child, then they will just basically get a surrogate. And if you haven't noticed, because a lot of you all got your head up your butt, the surrogacy business is booming. It's booming, just like your single mama raised you. Hey, a lot of these women are raising their children and they got the money, unlike your moms, they got the money to actually put them in private schools, to take care of them, so that they give them good health care, to give them tutors. They got enough to basically raise children right. Do I support that? No. A father is needed. All right. But they're not doing it. And that's the cope you guys don't understand. You're talking about they hit the wall. They can't have their babies. Yeah. Guess what? Your sperm count decline as you get over. When you get to 35, your sperm count is declining. Your swimmers are slowing down. But guess what? These women still can have babies through younger women. And those are facts. Keep sucking on copium. All right. Getting more single is a cope because men like you will be alone until your death. This is just true. The incel population will double by then. And I'm not bragging about this. I think this is sad, but since many men, I would have to say 95% of the men that are in the red pill community are liberal or left leaning, and they definitely in the black community, and black community is not right wing. They're not. I'm only talking about you guys on the left. Like I said, I'm talking to you as a right winger, not as a liberal. And so I'll say, and I don't celebrate the fact that a lot of you men are going to be alone. I don't. As much as I don't like how you didn't do's come on my channel, I don't like that this is going to happen to you. As much as, we fight, I'm sad that this is going to happen to you. But in my opinion, it seems like this is done by design to continue to make you guys angry. And I got to tell you something. For every red pill man that's angry against women, there are about 5 simps who will do everything for women. You guys keep talking about, oh, you women are going to be lonely. No, they're not. Especially women who are content creators. You have no idea. No idea. You really don't have any idea. So there's that. Anyway, so you'll spend your entire life being angry at women while we are living our life with either a husband or a boyfriend. And I'm talking about liberal women, by the way. Okay, because these liberal women are getting husbands and maybe they're settling, and that's good because at least they'll have a family and a 2-parent home. But a lot of them are just basically shacking up with a boyfriend. But they're not alone. You guys don't have that option. what I want you guys to understand. You don't have that option. Women have a lot of options, and you're very angry at that. And I'm sorry you're angry at that, but it is what it is. You will be with your sex doll. Stay mad. And then he says, women don't derive pleasure from working. Men do. I don't know where you get this from. I really don't. This is a big lie. You can't even prove that. I'm married and I get pleasure also from working. Okay? While my man is doing his thing, I'm doing mine. But I make sure my chores are done. I make sure everything is done. The biggest thing for my husband is food. Whether I'm there or not, I must have the food in the oven with the oven on warm, ready for him. But most of the time I'm there to greet him when he comes home. Now, I may not eat when he eats, but I'm sitting at the table with him while he's eating. That is the most important thing. And also making sure that the house is clean. You know what I'm saying? I was raised this way. I had a 2-parent home. I never grew up in a single mother home. In my early youth I did. But then when my father took custody of me, I was with my father and his wife, my stepmom. And she taught me how to clean. Well, I had to do chores. So every weekend we were told to do chores. So I had to do chores. So I know how to clean. Cleaning the home is natural for me. I know how to cook because that was one part of the chores, is to cook dinner. I know how to make food. So if this is something that conservative women already know from our own parents, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, this is something that's within us, and it's not within you guys. All right. So stop the capitalism. I'm just, oh my God. All right. 1 out of 4. Did I read this? Okay. Let me get back to this. So I do enjoy. I have a political channel, and I love my chat. I love to chat here too. I must admit, a lot of them are from Destiny's community, and I did a morning stream, and I had so much fun with them. I really did. And they kind of got my heartstrings. And that's the thing. You can't sit up here and tell me that I don't enjoy my work. But once again, I don't fall in your category. With the liberal women, I don't do any of that stuff. I am a content creator. This is my non-political channel, and I have a new following, and many of them are from DGG. Many of them are DGG from Destiny's community. And when I do go live, they're in here with me, and we're having a ball. I'm sorry, if you look at my chat, if you look at the way I interact with them, I'm not mad. I'm very happy, and I'm actually having a good time interacting with them. So
keep sucking on that copium.
Women derive pleasure from children and a husband. I do derive that's true, but that's not the sole thing we derive pleasure from. I think you guys think that we can't multitask with our pleasure. You guys think that that's our only wire. Our only wire is women, husband and children. That's all. That's all your wire is. That's not true. That's not true. Keep sucking on the copium though, because like I said, you're just doing this to basically make yourself feel good. And apparently it's not working because you're here chimping out on my daggone comment section. And by the way, chimping out is not a racial term. I use that for all races. 1 in 4 of you are on antidepressant medication. You women are out of alignment, but we will keep investing in Chewy. Wow. What? We will keep investing in Chewy. Can somebody translate Ebonics for me? I don't know what this means. But we will keep investing in Chewy while you collect cats, planets, and dogs. While we collect. Once again, you're talking about liberal women. Conservative women, right-wing women, we're not collecting no cats. I don't even own a cat. I don't own a cat. My husband has a dog. That's our dog, by the way. All right, but I don't own a cat. Okay, and that dog is his dog. I love that dog, but it's not my dog. All right. And we got passports. More. If you got passports, which I know you're lying. If you got passports, what you doing in my comment section? You guys need to stop lying. I can tell you're lying because you're on my comment section crying. Sucking on that copium. We got passports. You guys are going to be single for the... Anyway. So I come back with this. And I'm not going to read anymore. I guess I'm finished. Okay. This is what I say to him. South side of Hawthorne. You clowns don't have no passports. Facts, you don't. You don't have no passports. If you did, you wouldn't be on my channel. You'll be up in between some woman's legs. But you're not. You are eating on your fiery Doritos, crying about how you got passports. You right up in your mama's basement, boy. Stop lying. You're too broke to even own a car. Lol. Facts again. Keep believing that all women are the same. Exactly. You guys hate it when women categorize you as a monolith, but you want to put women as a monolith? This is what makes you guys hypocrites. This is why women don't take you seriously. You sit up here and say, oh, all you women are the same. No, if that's the case, all men are the same. But those of us who know that all men are not the same, we find good men. This is what I'm talking about, the difference between a liberal woman or damaged goods liberal woman versus a traditional right-winger or traditional conservative woman. That copium you are sucking on will run out soon, and this is true. Yes, over 50% of liberal women are on antidepressants. If you need me to give you the receipts, I will. I will link that for you. I have, unlike your claims, I have receipts that the 50% of women, over 50% of women, and I think it's 53%, over 53% of women are on antidepressants, but also a lot of men, and I think it's at 40%, and I'll get the receipts for that. 40% of liberal men are on antidepressants. That does not apply to right-wing women, and it definitely don't apply to right-wing men, okay? We're not on antidepressants, and we are not depressed. Now, I know you're dumb and rode the short bus to school when you were young, but this is a right-winger's channel. Oh my God, how did you not see that? Conservative and right-wing women are not on antidepressants, and you can't find any evidence to even debunk what I'm saying. We're not. We're very happy. We're not on antidepressants. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something that you will never find another woman on the left say. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Oh my God. Yes. I don't drink alcohol. I don't partake in any of that. I like to stay in my sober mind. I'm not on any medication. And I don't smoke nothing, including cigarettes and weed. I don't smoke nothing. You will never find a liberal woman like that, but you'll find a lot of right-wing trad-con women like that. We don't deal with that, okay? We love our reality, and we don't need anything as escapism. Okay, we are the women you want but can never have because we don't want you. I keep hearing all the red pill men talking about something. You need a traditional woman, a woman who's submissive, a woman who's going to be there to cook, clean, raise the children. These are not the women you're going to find on the left. That's why you guys are frustrated, because the same women that they tell you should want, we don't want you. I'm going to say that again. The type of women that the red pill community tell you to get, they don't want you. Not one red pill man, not one, has a traditional conservative woman. Not one of them. Because you can't get them because we don't want you. That's what I said. We don't want you. You want what you can't have. Okay. Unless you go to Islam and you get an arranged marriage. That's the only way you're going to get one. And even Myron not going to get that. I don't know any Islamic father in Dubai or Saudi, as he says he's going to go there and get a wife. I don't see that happening. And mark my words, this video will stay up 10 years from now. Shoot, I'm going to check in every 5 years now. 5 year check-in on Myron, still in America, still in Miami, still pretending to be straight, still gay, and still not married, and still not in Dubai or Saudi. Also, you men in the red pill community are dying earlier than married men. None of you losers make it past 55. Boom, headshot. Ooh. Facts. And listen, I will say this, the two men who have passed away, I actually respect. Okay. I actually respect those men. These type of men were never, David Carroll and me were real cool. You know what I'm saying? I was really shocked to hear that he passed away. That really shocked me. But we were always cool. I've never talked bad about that brother. And that brother never talked bad about me. We were always cool. Kevin Samuel, I knew of him, but, and I always said, listen, if the women call up there, and then I found out that those women were paying too. I found out that, not only was those women, calling up there to be humiliated, but they were paying to be humiliated. So they were paying for a consultation fee. So my thing is that if you call up to Kevin Samuel's show, knowing that he's going to clown you, then get clowned. I've never said, oh, Kevin Samuels is a bad person because he's mocking black women. Those type of black women, especially in the black community, they're a masochist. Black women in the black community, not all, but I would have to say over 60% love to be degraded, love to be talked down to. They are delusional, and their expectations are extremely high. And they're very angry too. They're very, very angry. So why should I be mad at that brother making that money off of willing victims? Are you serious? No. Okay. But here's the real truth. You're lonely, angry, horny, and broke. No woman wants you, and that's why you came to my channel to type your talking points. I and my right-wing sisters, white and black, are happily married, having lots of sex, and spending time with our families. Can you say that? Oh, no, you can't, sir. You're too busy being angry. This is why you're on my channel typing coping instead of being with a woman, ... because you can't have a woman without paying for her by the hour.
Boom! Headshot!
So this is what I'm saying, ladies. When you see these losers in my comment section, these are losers who are not in between the legs of a woman. These are losers without a woman. Just trust me. Here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna end the video. If you have a woman in your life or women, would you spend your time with them or typing in my comment section? The answer is you will be spending your time with them or her. But when you're alone, when you're lonely, you're angry, and you want to lash out at a woman who's happy. And you can see in my face that I'm very happy. You're upset, baby. I hate it for you, but I'm so sorry. Stay mad. Anyway, this video is too long. I gotta go. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I think I'm going to upload a video in reference to prenups. And I think you're going to enjoy that. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.